Hey, what's up, guys? Don't really have too big of a plan for this particular video. I just figure since I'm playing, we'll get some gameplay in and kind of see what might pop up. It is the kill event, and so kind of out on the hunt for some targets. Let's see if we see what we can find. Let's open some boss chests just because that's always fun. There we go. I love boss chests, especially these 11s. Like, look at all those resources. So fun. There we go. Tons of stuff in there. That's all good. It's been a while. Last I was on, I think I talked about my general, Queen Boudica, who's getting ready to take the role of my main defense general. So you can see her stat lines have definitely increased significantly. Kind of proud of that. Let's even hit her with a little extra cultivation. I'm telling you, it's never enough. Until all these line scores are plus 500, you just kind of want to keep cultivating them over and over. Getting some lag there. That's annoying. Is that an Evony thing? What's going on? I bet it's an Evony thing. Their servers can get really trippy sometimes. Yeah, okay, looks like we're back. Or maybe we're not. Now we're back. Okay. That's not a good roll. That's a better one. We'll take that. Ooh, that's good. Couple good rolls for her. Let's see. I think I've done most of my daily activities. We even healed some siege. I think some extra stamina. Let me give that a second. I'd say I'm more pleased with the full screen view here, even though it's still not oriented the way I would prefer. Doesn't seem like there's too much I can do to fix that, but lesser of evils. This is definitely getting us an easier screen to work with, I think. Collecting the stuff, daily server gifts or hourly server gifts, whatever. Oh, and since I'm close and there's some thieves to kill, we'll knock some of those out. We'll even kill a couple at the same time because it looks like I am slacking in behind. Server is just lagging crazy. There we go. Let's kill Cluck's Thief. We'll send like 150 at that one. And we'll go in and take a look. Let's see who else. We'll kill OD's last thief. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Boom. And then we should do one more. Let's see. I think I had one more request. Yeah, PK had a request in there. So we will get his as well. And why don't I put this on the charger? That might help with the lag and transmission a little bit. And we're just going to send all my archers at that one. Nope. Blowing that stamina as usual. Boom. Alright. Yeah, you can see we don't like thieves. We killed all three of them. We're doing that at the same time, which is definitely a come up from days past where I could only kill one or at most two at the same time. Now I could take probably 5 if we had that many requests. Definitely changed hats since the last time I was on, so we have merged now with another top performing alliance. So if we go in and look, check this out. We now have some balance on the server, which I am really excited about. So we're now the number 3 alliance. See, definitely an improvement. We can stand against some of these monsters now without as many issues. Give them a run on things like the undead and things like that, so we can get some points out. I don't even know. I didn't even mean to buy that. I was just not even paying attention. They announced the new events, which is really cool. I love how they were basically like, hey, we've got way better stuff coming. Just don't spend money on this. Let's see if I can find that announcement in there. Those are all my truces from earlier. Here it is. So yeah, they stuck this out. Now look, anytime you see these 25,000%, if you do spend money on this game, that's when you want to spend it, because during that time you're definitely going to get a far bigger return on your investment than if you're just buying the daily packages. If you stack that with the weekend purchase event too, you can definitely get, a lot of goodies for not a whole lot of money. Looks like those thief reports are rolling back in now. Cool, should have one more. Save. What's clarity on? Add it today. Yeah, they definitely respond. Look, we had everybody pop in and say hi. And this is actually like one of the main things that has me excited about this merger. As you can see, we've got a lot more activity now in the Alliance chat than what we had before. We've got some funny new friends, so we're definitely gonna keep having fun with this. Let me see. Let me pop over for a second and get a link for them for those that do want to check it out, or maybe even just catch the replay. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and pull up my channel again, and I will get them a link stuck in the notes. Let's look at the channel. Let me see. I should have. Here we go. Alright, so we've got a live link for that if I click. Let's post that into my iCloud notes. Try to hack me, I dare you. Alright, let's see. Paste that in there. That's today's. Interested. Leave a like and subscribe. So post these. Turn on notifications. Forum. Night Shady. Yeah, we got the real Slim Shady. They don't stand up though. They sit down mostly. Let me see. I want to mute my own audio so I'm not hearing myself. That's a little bit better. All right, and let's see. Cool. We did get that third report, even with archers now down to 400 wounded, which is nothing. Like I said, I don't really have any, set topics or anything that I wanted to cover. Mainly today we were just hanging out, having a good time, getting some kills in, You know, a couple targets were already sitting at 13th. That's not too bad. Let me see. So, oh, what is this? Just hanging out there. He's kind of weak. I may grab my scout account and come back, take a look at that. It's been a little harder running scouts lately because, you know, the merger we've got and not as much space. So since it's not in the same one, I have to find them in my friends list and all of that. So it's kind of annoying. Check out our new hive. Doing a really, really good job there. We got a lot better access to bosses than what we used to. I'm really, really pleased with that. Our team plays well and merged really, really well into the Sam Alliance. I may try to pick on Vic and get her to help me come up with a name that better reflects our new merger, but it's not the end of the world one way or the other on that. Let me see. There's so many people that are just not bubbled. You would think by now that these people would get it. There are monsters in these waters, and they just are waiting for the opportunity to take your stuff. I'm just saying. Oh, did I freeze up? Let me see. Am I doing too much? Let's bring it back. Hold on, give me 1 second. I will get that fixed. Let's make sure our broadcast is rolling. And okay, we're back. Sorry about that. This app that I'm using for the mirroring is not my favorite, but it cost me $5, and I'm not really ready to just drop another 5 when that could be a package or something else. So we'll look in the future about something that's also got probably a little bit better latency. I really want to have a wired connection for it. And there's some, I talked to the developer a little bit for that app too, and there's some tricks and tips I might try to further reduce it, because I know when we can screen mirror with a cable instead of through the router, it's going to get us a better performance. Overall, though, I have to say I'm pretty pleased with it. If you're looking for an app, though, an inexpensive solution, and you use OBS or you're familiar with OBS, the broadcasting software, I would definitely check out this app. I'll even go back and let me see what's the name of it. Screen mirror for OBS, so cool little app. Somewhere here too, actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go back and look at my photos. I do remember there was something I really wanted to talk about the other day. It's a little segment I call Buy This, Not That. So there's a lot of handy stuff that you can get from the black market. And so I took some screenshots and things of things that I typically spend money on. A lot of the stuff in there is a waste, or there are cheaper ways or more effective ways to get it. But some of that stuff, it is the best way to get. So we'll look through some of the screenshots I took. I apologize. Some of them will most likely be duplicated. But, you know, I was doing quick work. So anytime I see general XP, or basically anytime I can buy something for resources, I pretty much do it. You know, general XP, wheel coins are really useful. I don't spend gems on buying metals, just go farm some monsters, right? I don't spend gems on buying general XP or monarch XP, because again, go farm some monsters, you know, get out there and grind. That's the easiest way to get those type of things. Very similar for gold. Like if you're in need of gold, get out there and farm some goblins, you know, or wait till, you know, you're strong enough and hit the Bayards, or just catch the rallies. If I'm really in a pinch for resources, I'm actually not opposed to spending that 1.7 for 5 million on those resources, and I'll also spend the 1800 gems to get 5 million resources. You can see I bought the lumber tier buff. That's always useful to have. Anytime I see those, I buy them for resources. If you're not boosting the production on all of your in-city production and all your tiles, and I'll go back to the account in a second, we'll take a look at that. But if you're not boosting that, do that ASAP. Here, let's see. VIP time for resources is usually a good trade, you know, especially if you don't coin a whole lot and you need it. This time I was actually looking for stamina, so you can see I got 50 stamina for the 300. That's a good deal, but there's a big if. There's a catch on buying stamina from the black market. So every day, the first 10 stamina that you purchase from the shop are only 200 gems each. So that's 2,000 gems for the first 10, and that's by far the best deal. But after that, it jumps to 400 gems for each, and that's not as good of a deal, right? So black market, I can save 100 gems for each one, and that's really useful. Level 3 or higher monarch gear, I actually do need to upgrade my market a couple of times, because I could even be getting some better gear in there, I think. But that high tier monarch gear is definitely a good deal. If I was just going to make that Thunder Grail outright, that would take 9 purchases from the shop, and those are at 200 gems each. So you can do some real quick math yourself there, but that's obviously a whole lot more than 580. So those are a great deal. Anytime I see those, I pick those up. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I bought some general XP, bought another level 3 grail there. Let's see, I passed on, I think, all of this, right? Who's going to spend 3,800 gems for some Corey boost? Like, that's honestly just dumb. I put those gems towards your general, put them towards something else. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I also don't buy very much of the, like, general equipment, because that's, again, stuff that you can craft, especially for the higher tier gear. There's better ways of acquiring that type of stuff. Let's see, what else do we have over here? I think I passed on all of these. None of this was anything that I wanted. What was my next spin? Bought that ore. I did go back, I think, actually, and buy that Monarch XP right there, because 14,000 ore. It's totally a good deal. Yeah, see, you can see I bought it right there right after that and took another screenshot. Trading food for lumber and trading lumber for ore is a great way to play the black market and get some lift if you're low on resources. Oh, let me pay attention and maybe slow down. There we go. Okay, cool. Looks like we had a little fuzz there, but we fixed that. Let me see. We've got some more stamina. That's the main thing I was shopping for, but I figured while I was at it that I should go ahead and kind of talk about this, because I've wanted to cover this topic for a while. The black market can be both very, very helpful, but it can also be a trap, and you can spend gems and things on things that just aren't worth it. I don't trade lumber for food unless I'm just desperate to have it. I do trade the other way, though, every time. If you see gear that's not relevant to the monarch gear, that's not relevant to what you're building, I pretty much just pass on it. Let me see. What else is actually good in here? You can see I bought some general XP. I bought the VIP time. I'm never trading lumber for stone, because that's just terrible. And you can see I passed again too on the lumber for food. I think I probably cleaned most of this up. That lumber for the food is no good. Oh no, these are all passes. Yeah, never mind. Don't want any of that stuff. Let me see. Again, if you're really in a pinch, trading gold for resources is not a terrible deal, because you can get out there and you can farm some goblins, just depending on how much stamina you have. It's not something I would do all the time, and there are definitely better ways to spend that gold, either by doing tech or improving a general, or really improving tech is probably the top way. Putting some stars on equipment, etc. Even saving for a good general. Most of the good generals, when they come across your tavern, I see this all the time. People waste their gold on things and they don't have good generals, and then a good general comes across the tavern and they're like, I don't have 30 million gold. Well, save it. Like, create that buffer if you're waiting on a good general, and you'll be able to take advantage when they do pop up. Let me see. I've got a little more stamina out of there. What did I get in this one? I'll spend stone on whatever they'll let me spend stone on, because who needs more stone, right? Hence the name Stone to Hell. A lot of people think that's because I'm a smoker, but really it's got a lot to do with the fact that I've got so much stone that I don't know what to do with it all. Sitting in boxes, some of it now. I think I finally got some of it spent, but I'll be having plenty of stone right up until the end. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is one of the good examples. I will trade lumber for ore at every opportunity. When possible, those 2 millions aren't bad. I try to get the 5 millions because if you do the math, it's a better overall gain. Let me see. I think I passed on everything here but the wheel coins. I love me some wheel coins. I play the wheel all the time. I generally do only 9 spins at a time though, because you get that discount. And again, this game is a marathon. It's definitely not a sprint. You're gonna spend a lot of time. So when you can save even one small portion, it starts to make a difference over a period of time. Let me see. Bought some more wheel coins. What else do we have? Oh, there we go. That was the big thing I was actually shopping for. I bought that 10 pack of stamina for 3,000 because at that point I had already bought my 2,000. So if you can see, yeah, there we go. You can see I bought that up quick. Bought the VIP time because that's another good one. Let's see. That's kind of days old. I guess that's the end of my screenshots. So yeah, buy this, not that. It's a fun little section if you ever want to see more on what's good on the black market, or what I like to buy there. Just let me know. Give me a shout and I'll try to point it out. But the things you saw purchased right there are pretty much what I buy whenever I go to it. And for anybody that wants to know or is wondering, this is all just with a level 18 market. I really have lots more levels that I could tier that up, and I actually do think it does make some difference. Oh, see, level 3 wind grail. I'll buy that all the time because that's going to help me prep for archers when I'm ready. So I don't mind spending the gems. And for 290, I mean, that's literally a steal. One of the best ways to get Monarch equipment is to check out the black market. I'll go ahead and buy this too because again, Monarch XP for resources. Monarch XP is harder to come by than you think, and your Monarch level limits your general level. The higher the level your general, the better their stat lines are going to be, and a strong general, as we've been talking about in these videos, really makes a big difference. So I do encourage everyone to check that out and improve where they can. And I don't really mind spending a little bit of gems to refresh this. There's some wheel coins. Love me some wheel coins. We'll see if we can get 1,000 or 900, whatever it takes, and go play the wheel some. Maybe we'll get a good roll. I'm not really hungry for resources at the moment, so I don't really need. I mean, I'm always hungry for resources. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really like desperate for any of it. I will take that stamina because first thing I do every morning, whether I spend it or not, I spend 2,000 gems on buying the first 10 packs of stamina because it's the cheapest way, and this helps you kind of build up for those monster days and things like that. This Justice Horn, anytime I see that, I'm all about getting the monsters sooner rather than later, getting my troops over there, getting them back, so I'll always purchase that. Let me see. Yeah, you can see, man, we're getting some good rolls over here. I'll buy that Thunder Decoration. I'll buy that Wind Decoration because those are the two. And I will definitely trade, lumber for ore all the time, every time. Oh, dang, another Wind Grail. They're really trying to prep my archers. I'll buy a Medicine Crown. Level 3, I'll buy that every time. That's way cheaper than, anywhere else that you're really going to find it. Man, we're getting some great black market rolls. So if you find yourself in this situation, look, see, I don't quite have the food to trade for lumber because I don't keep food just sitting in the city like that. My troops will eat it, the greedy bastards. So we'll go over here. There we go. And now we trade. And then I get to turn around and trade that lumber that I just bought for more ore, which y'all know I love me some ore. Because let's go over and take a look here. Just one load of calves is going to just destroy that ore. What am I running out of? So we've actually been working on training speed too. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've talked maybe a little bit about that. But let's use some food and we'll go ahead and put down a whole load. If we can. What am I running out of? Okay. Let's try that one more time. Alright, and that's just so my keep's not sitting full. You can see I'm training some archers. I'm training some cav. you always need to be training more, but I don't have like a desperate need for anything. We're trying to continue to blow up this alliance capacity because we definitely want to be able to bring the few people that we weren't able to bring over. Let's look at this ranking. Look at that. Yeah, it's beautiful, guys. So we finally, as an alliance now, have crossed this 700 million power mark. We're leaving Jin now in the dust. We've got a significant lead over them, and that's only going to continue as we keep grinding out these bosses. I bet Val feels all big and important because they finally slid into 5th place. Let's see what HOH. See if HOH still makes the top 100 naked like they are. They might. They might not. A lot of these alliances, it's really embarrassing. They've got like one player. You can see that definitely though that we're a young server because that will still rank them. Did I miss it? I didn't see us. So maybe we finally fell out. That took a while though. Yeah, HOH is finally off the list of relevant alliances. But like I said, that's okay, because we've got a happy new home. Oh, I was just blind. There it is. Wow. Even with like nobody there but my alt and a couple of members that we're waiting still to make some space for, they're still sitting in the top 20. That'll change as the server ages and as we pull out the few other people that are missing. But yeah, cool. Let's see. Let's find something fun to do. This whole game, in my opinion, is super fun, but I'm sure there's something neat too that we can stick in this. Wonder what my streaming time looks like. I don't want to go too long, but I'm probably just gonna hang out for about an hour and see what we can get done. Let's just do a random teleport. See where we go, what we can find. Never know what you may land close to or what you may spot. Oh, look at that. Just because we're in the video and another important topic has been ghosting, I'm going to show how I ghost and scout. That was kind of why I emptied out my extra resources. So there's a couple of important things I'll talk about for ghosting. Let's take a look here. When ghosting, the first thing to do is to make sure that if you're planning on taking the hit, you've pulled your defense general. And I guess that I have, because let's go to generals. Oh, no, there she is. So you can see that she's sitting on my walls. We're going to go ahead and resign her. I'm also going to go ahead and resign my keep officer. That way they can't be captured if somebody does show up and attack me. You can see that all my resources are well under 3 million. If we take a look over here at my warehouse, it's going to protect 8 million of everything. So I'm well within my resource limits. Nothing that I have can be stolen from me, and that's great. The other thing to double check, and this is just a great rule of thumb, you probably have your settings right, but you want to go look at your subs and make sure that they're not going to automatically fight for your other cities. Because if they do, and you get attacked, then everyone that fought for you is going to die because you had no troops. You were ghosting them. So be careful. Ghosting is really important, but you want to be careful and make sure. And I like to go one by one, and I may be going too fast for the lag to keep up. Let me take a look at my studio. But you definitely just want to make sure that you're not going to set yourself up for failure. And so, since it is the kill event, and because I am trying to get a decent finish this week, we're going to see if I can't refine that city. We're going to use this one right here to ghost all our troops. So let's go ahead and do that first. I'm going to check one other important thing. You want to make sure that should you need it, you have a bubble available. So I have a couple 8 hours available. have a couple 20 or have a 24 and I've got a couple 3 days. What you don't want to do is find out in that last second that somebody's marching on your city and the only bubble you have available is a 3 day and you're not done hunting for the day. So now you're sitting in this bubble. You've either got to pop or and waste or sit out. That's no fun. So make sure you have the appropriate bubble uh, for what you're planning on doing there. Big thing that also helps when ghosting your troops. Here we go. Another big thing that really helps on ghosting your troops is your march size. The more that you can put into that march, the better, because you don't want to have to ghost 5 marches. If you can get all your troops into 1 or 2 marches at most, that's always going to be the best benefit. I'm going to do one other thing. I made the quasi mistake. I knew what I was doing, but I went ahead and healed all my siege just so I can get some better gathering in, because targets have been a little bit harder to find lately. So I'm going to go ahead and send all my siege with no general to go sit it out on this tile over here. Our particular server, we have a server agreement that nobody's attacking tiles, so that's a safe place for them. I strongly encourage you to check with your server, because different servers have different rules. Most of the servers that I've ever played on do not have that rule. A tile's fair game. So, again, use caution and know what you can and can't get away with when you're doing that. Okay, so then we want to find us, just somebody useful. This guy right here. I'm not ever really going to attack a level 14. It's just not classy, right? But I am going to use him to ghost my troops. And I'm going to ghost these for 30 minutes for my main attack force, so I can easily identify which one is my main attack force. You can see I lose my bubble. And then I'm going to put the other in a 60-minute. Boom. So now I am live broadcasting to YouTube that I am out of a bubble. If anybody's watching this and they just make a run at my city, you're wasting your time. My troops are ghosted, and I will definitely deal with a sub if you try it there. I got the technique. So now we're going to run some scouts and see what we can find. Scouting is the best way to not have to hop around and waste time when you're looking for either different types of targets. Sometimes I'm looking for resources. Right now I'm looking for troops. You can see this person has neither, but they were a good example. Let's see what else we can find hanging out around this area. Then we'll probably hop around and run some other scouts. I normally, just to keep safe and because it's also easier, I do run a second account that I basically just use for scouting. So that way I don't have to pop my bubble or waste time or effort there. But if you only have one account for whatever reason, like most normal people, then this is how you keep your troops safe while scouting around and looking to see what's out there. There's also other uses to ghosting. There's more than one reason that one might do it. Oh, look, see, this is a decent... Oh, no, you know what? Their warehouse is going to be protecting all of that, so it is a dead city. No worries. I figured that was a dead city, but why not take a look? Oh, see, there's all these monsters in this area, too. I'll kill them. Where am I at on the world map? I like to keep myself oriented because I know, where some of the bigger alliances are, and if I'm close to them, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious than if I'm just truly out in the wind. I try to target my scouts, so if somebody's power is too low, or it looks too much like a dead city, it probably is a dead city. Some people will try to throw you off and, drop their alliance or stuff like that. So just so you don't scout them or attack them. But let's see. This one right here, a level 16 at 300,000. So I can tell you they don't have any troops, but they may have some resources. And since I'm looking for both, I will take a look. Let's see. Waiting on that scout to get back. It's important to know you don't want to scout too far away, because you cannot bubble while your scout is heading toward the target. You can bubble as soon as you're on the way back, but while they're making that march there, you're not going to be able to protect yourself. And so that's why if you want to run these long distance scouts, knowing how to ghost your troops is so critical. And I'll probably go back from this live stream to chop this video up a little bit and break this into sections. But I want to check all of these guys here because you never know. Once you move to level 16, you're a target, period. It doesn't matter what your power level is. This person's got 3 million lumber, but only about half of that would actually get gotten. And I don't know if I even really want to waste my time. If you're a smaller city, that's a significant amount of resources. Once you get to that 26, 27, 28 level keep, there's you kind of just don't care. You're like, 3 million, psh, it's not worth it. Not worth the time, not worth the hassle. We're looking for a big target. I know somebody out there's got 100 million resources for me to do some buildings or to get me started. That's kind of what I like to do, is find somebody to half peel the orange, as I like to say. I'll use some of my boxes, but I like to get a good head start on resources by taking it from someone else. And we're just checking these scout reports as they come back. There's not really a whole lot of really sexy targets from what I'm seeing over here, so we're probably going to bounce around in a second. These people that don't know how to change their monarch name, they're always going to be a target. That multiple reasons. So, but trust me there. Peppy, 678 at level 20, I can tell you that's probably a dead city. But since I'm at it, we'll probably check it out too. Let me see. Oh, Neo, well done. Working on that March size, I see. Let me see. Anything else? Good job, Neo. Okay, I'll use the other microphone. Alright, let's see if my other microphone's charged and we will switch over because, yeah, Crow's letting me know that we can't really be heard as well as we want to be. I don't know how well charged this is. It should get paired here any second. Alright, give me 1 second, guys, as I'm probably going to lose audio. Alright, we should be popping back on any second. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better now. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. Cool. Great. So let's take a look. See what else are we doing? Nothing major in that. Again, just not really kind of worth it. You can see I was able to, even close my app and do other things because all my troops are safe. I don't really need to worry. Even if I messed up and for some reason my phone died and I wasn't able to get back, I've got at least 22 minutes before that's a problem. I don't even care about the T1 siege. If somebody kills them, they'd really be doing me a favor because they're kind of just a hassle at the moment. But let me see. I think we're gonna hop areas here in just a moment. Oh, that one's worth checking. There we go. Level 20. Let's see. Anything good over here? He's at 1 million. So probably no troops for sure, but he may have some resources hiding, and we'll try to see. Let's see. I try to keep my Alliance chat where I can see it. Nothing. Garbage. The server overall, I have to say, they've been doing a much better job. Targets, those big, good, sexy targets have been a lot harder to find lately. I can only think of a couple in recent days that I've been able to find. Nothing Nothing like what we used to find. Back in the earlier days of even this server, we were finding 50, 60 million on everybody, and it was just asinine. Now things have kind of changed or dried up a little bit, but I tell you, those targets are still out there. You just got to be willing to look around a little bit. This guy right here, he's at a million as a level 18. That's actually a relatively attractive target. I don't know what just happened. I think my cat just bumped my monitor cable, so I lost the ability to see for a second, but I think everything is still recording, still streaming. Yeah. You can see I've got a little background noise as my children and animals continue to be the farm that we are. My youngest really loves to play with I should switch over to the camera, but he really he loves to play with pots and pans like many 2-year-olds do, and so he makes a lot of extra noise with those. That's awesome. I like that too. Plug Norris is an awesome name. I was immediately impressed. Let's kick that off. Just I'm staying out of world chat today. Some good stuff goes on, but a lot of times random nonsense. We try to keep out of there when. Oh, there we go. There's some troops. There's some food. There's some more stone, because when is there not? Really, the main reason I'm going to go burn this person now is just for the lumber. That's really all I want. And what's my march time? If I were to just straight up march, it would be 4 minutes. What I'm going to do in this instance, because I don't want to waste a port, is in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to drop the small rally. I'm going to attack them, switch to Attila. That's going to send everybody, and then I'm going to speed that up once, twice, 3 times, because I've got more speeds than ports at the second. Let me see. I think I have a few spare troops. Yeah, we need to get them onto a tile and out of the way. That way they're safe. And Attila is my pillager. This guy had no troops to speak of, so not really concerned. And I'm not really concerned about how long it takes them to march back either. As soon as they get back, I'm going to turn around and re-ghost them. While they're marching back, I'm safe and I can bubble. The reason I speeded that, or I sped that march, is because when you're marching towards a city, you can't bubble. And so I need to immediately have that ability to react if somebody wants to attack my subs. That's the main concern that I have, actually. I'm not really worried at all about anybody trying on my city for the reasons that we already talked about. But my subs, I'm very proud of. I got some decent subs. So I don't want to sacrifice or lose those. And there we go, just like that. There's 5 million food, there's 5 million lumber, and some more stone. We're stoned to hell. What can I say? Oh, and we get a general to boot. Look at that. He'll probably pay a ransom. I'm a jerk, I won't lie. When it comes to ransoms, I will just sit there and hold the general to the last possible second, and then I'll execute it. You do that to a couple of times, and people start paying your ransoms. Just saying. Because it can be inconvenient to be without your powerful generals. This guy is usually empty, but why not? We'll scout him while we're at it. Let me see. I got 4 minutes. I really got to watch that timer as those troops march back, because people do like to try to pour it in and hit you right at that second. And I do have some fans out there that would love a piece of stone, or Harry, whatever you want to call me. Let me see. Looking for other scout targets. How'd that one look? Oh, he's getting killed just for the troops. I would normally take a pass on this, but it's the kill event. They're just sitting there, and they're not even super significant troops either. What's my march distance to him? 2 minutes. All right, so we're going to do 2 things. We're going to check, make sure I'm safe at home. Looks like I am. We're going to go back to that city, and we're going to you got to be quick when you do this, right? I'm going to drop, lost connection for a second. That's the worst thing that could happen. All right, wait for it. Wait for it. We are going to drop that rally, and we are just going to send everybody. That's just you can see I only even sent 60K because he's not significant. You know, I'll be able to crush him, so I'm not concerned. Oh man, I should have picked a bigger tile because that 8 minutes ran quick. I'm either gonna change locations or I don't know, I'm either gonna change locations or maybe bubble up just to be on the safe side. I've been exposed right here for a minute, so I'm sure I've probably got somebody's attention. So I'll let this hit in 30 seconds and then I will bubble up. And then we'll port over. We'll find another area and see what it looks like. You do want to make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. Nobody plays a switcheroo on you. Oh, see, their server is tripping, and that really makes me nervous when it comes to PvP. If the server's kind of laggy, I try to do my PvP another time. Yeah, let's get ready to bubble. And what you can do is you can literally just sit there and mash that button until it lets you bubble. Now I'm back safe in the bubble. And go back, look at my report. Again, this was just to kill his 44,000 troops. I didn't even send anything major. Not my best general. But let's go in. Let's talk about reports a little bit because these have super valuable information, and I think sometimes people take it for granted, right? So you can see a couple of useful things in here. Number one, you can see your personal troop buffs. So even with, again, one of my auxiliary generals, I'm pushing over almost 400% on the attack for mounted troops. I'm very proud of that. But I sent archers about 60K, and you can see they're anywhere from 270 on the attack to 224 on the HP right there. Let's go in and look at the battle details down here at the bottom. So the archers killed 32,099, and then the subsidies that I sent killed the remainder of those troops. You can see I had, 2 wounded? Oh, dangerous. The reason that happened, I have an expectation as I get down here and look that he will have had mainly cavalry. And, yeah, see, look, mounted troops. Oh, that's still mine. Hold on, let's go a little bit further. All right, here we go. So he had a couple of archers, but he had a lot of ground troops right there. That was the bulk of his forces. Or not ground troops. I'm sorry. He had a lot of cavalry. That was the bulk of his forces. And archers, it's a big rock, paper, scissors game. They will eat that cavalry for dinner. It also doesn't hurt that they were very low tier. Oh, look, he had his subs on reinforcement. So he also lost an extra general, and that's why I encourage you to make sure that your subs are all set to not accept reinforcements and to not reinforce other cities, because that's a great way to spend forever reviving your generals or buying revival stones or whatever the case might be. That's just telling me. I also try to keep all my stuff on red whenever I'm doing PvP, because if any new notice pops up, I want to see that instantly. I don't want any interference. I want to know, that's relevant and that's there. Looks like I had some lag in that on the Alliance Wars too. And again, the server is just kind of being laggy right now. But let's see if that improved our ranking. Cool, it did a little bit. A couple outside of the top 10 now. Let's pull back those, and then we'll change locations and do it again. Hopefully this time I can find somebody that's nice and meaty. Why don't we let's take a look at some of the bigger alliances, like Jin. They've been messing up a lot lately. So if I can get a good target over there, like Hellfire guy, I'm so jealous. Hellfire got a beautiful target over here earlier. I scouted Fernando. I know he's not really worth it. I scouted wrong this morning as well. Nothing to speak of. So it looks like they cleaned up most of their issue. Let's take a look at some of the others. Let's take a look at all. I have a plan to kind of just pick on them until they move. This guy's sitting there not bubbled, but I've scouted him multiple times, and he usually doesn't have anything, so I'll give him a pass, and that's another good thing. Like, when people consistently hit your city and they see that you're not worth porting over, they'll ignore you. They'll see, but they just won't bother to attack, and that can buy you, you know, plenty of extra help. Level. Yeah, he's weak. Probably not worth it. I'll take a hard pass. And alright, let me see. I think I had to restart this video, so I'm not sure what our runtime looks like. Let me see. Oh, am I still live or no? Are we having an issue? Oh, okay. Cool, I am. Just had to mute that though, because I just yelled in my own ears. That's the thing about this Bluetooth headset that I don't care for as much. My playback settings aren't set right, so I end up hearing myself as I'm trying to watch. Looks like that lag is really improved though. It's not nearly as bad as our first couple of attempts. One day we'll have that ironed out enough that I'm gonna get one of those fancy Wi-Fi 6 routers and see what happens. Huh. Aren't you interesting? Oh, okay. Level 16, 1.5 million. I can tell you before I even move that this person has made themselves a target. Let's take a look. They've got some troops. At level 16 to have that much power, you're worth investigating. So I'm not even going to scout it first. I'm going to go over here. We're going to drop out the siege and send those with Edward. And I am going to go in and real quick double check my March preset because I've trained some troops and I want to make sure I've got the preset just the way I want it. Alright, here's my main preset that I use. Okay, looks like we're good. All the cav are going. So yeah, we'll just hit save. Let's go out, take another look. And we're just going to go straight in with preset 1. And then declare war, 60 minutes, with the remainder of the troops. Cool, so that's a clean hit right there. And then I'll hit him with a scout. And then I will park those troops as soon as they come home. Try that again. Cool, those troops are parked. I captured another general, that's cool. Oh, yeah, some resources. Oh, yeah, I'm about to drain him. Let's get it. Cancel that and attack and boom. All right, guys, we found the target we were looking for. That's exciting. So you can look again at that scout report. He has got 60 million ore. I'm about to take it all. We're getting that ore. We're getting that lumber. Let's get it, and then that's the target we were looking for. And that's exciting. Look at that. Look at that. We're just going to keep popping him. I should be able to clean him out pretty quickly. Again, you want to keep your troops in motion, so if anybody ports on you or decides to pop in, you are safe. You want as low of a march time as possible. Let's get him again. And let's also check my horn. Oh, yeah, see, I had the wrong horde on. Let's increase our load. We need to carry it off with this guy. I don't want to have to follow him with a warrant. All right. 33% makes a difference. Big time. I'm excited, y'all. That's the first good target we found in a little while. Look at that, 12 million. One more of those should do it. He should be out. We'll run an extra scout and see. I'll hit him as many times as we can, man. He still had 30. Oh, that beautiful ore. That's definitely going to help half peel that orange. Definitely. We'll get in and we'll catch up to Hellfire. Hellfire's been leaving me in the dust lately. I had random things going on. Haven't been as focused as I normally am. We're making up for it right now. Okay, so that last hit should do it.
Wait till the troops are on their way home. Oh, I'm messing up right there. Cancel that rally and then immediately hit your bubble. Boom. That way you protect your hull. And look at that. Just like that, now we're sitting at 60 million, or their resources are now my resources. That's just absolutely beautiful. The last hit cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna brag a little bit, so let's go in here and take that report, and we're gonna share it and say delicious. I love it. I do. All right, we'll go ahead and pull these guys in. That was a great find. So you want to look for those people that are showing power above the keep level that they've got. We'll find that initial report somewhere in here where we killed his troops, but I'm sure we're probably there. Maybe not. If I need to, we can actually port him and make sure we get those troops. Oh no, we got him. Okay. Uh, he didn't. He didn't have as many as I would think. I think he's got some more hiding around here. Let's look at him. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, that might have been about right. Oh, oof, this poor fellow. He's probably breathing like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" You know, he probably did. If he wasn't already in a bubble, he definitely bubbled when he saw me farm that guy. Oh, let's see. I think we scouted this earlier, didn't we? Takuchi. Let's take a look. Takuchi. Takuchi. Anytime I see, yeah, we scouted him. They had poop. All right, that was a good run though. That definitely helps out. We captured a couple generals, and I'm sure will lead to at least one or two ransoms. And let's see, that'll be some gold waiting on us. I love waking up to ransoms. A lot of times that's what happens is overnight as they come on. Oh man, I shouldn't have bubbled quite so quick because there's still a lot of targets sitting around here, and I'm actually needing to. Oh, there's the rest of those troops. Oh, I'm tempted. It is the kill event. You know, I could go ahead and force board him. He thinks he's safe because he's on that tile. The solution to that is you go ahead and hit them 10 times. They're going to port, you warrant them, and then you follow and hit them then. But being that I'm low on warrants and low on ports, I just. Oh, I got you, Deo. I do. I got you, bro. Come hither. All right, so we're gonna send our buddy Deo. You know, Deo's been a great soldier. He's been working really, really hard lately. He's been growing, and he had unfortunate little run in earlier and lost some, so we're going to get him back on his feet, break off a big piece of that ore for him. Actually, I'll come home. All right, let's go back home, break off Deo with a piece of this loot. So, take my little seat back at my corner that I like. All right, remove that so he doesn't accidentally port, and let's see if I can find him. Deo, there you are. All right, so we're gonna send Deo some ore transport. Boom, boom, boom. And so, what's cool about being a bigger city is it really does. It lets you help your other alliance members. I didn't have to go and buy those resources to send him. I just had to scout around a little bit, and that's going to get him back on his feet. And that was actually one of the motivations I had for going out and hunting, is I wanted to find some good targets and help out my boy. Ore is pretty much always hard to come by, and that's what's going to heal your cavalry, and that's what's going to let you kill bosses. That's going to help everybody grow and get the speed ups. So let's see here. We're going to send them a few more. I've got some upgrades to do. I'm a little bit further behind where I thought I was, so I need to finish my hospital next, and I need to hurry up and get my. I thought I only had like one level left on my research factory, but I had a little bit more, so Hellfire's further in front of me than I want. I gotta play catch up. I spend a lot less on this game than what people think, so I get out and do the grinding in order to create the opportunity. Oh, Papa J hit 27! Yo! That's what's up! Yo! Papa J, congrats, bro. Whoop, whoop. Love to see that. Love to see that. It's all about helping everybody grow. Because I'm telling you, even me, I will mess up at some point. I will get zeroed, or hopefully not. I do my best to not. But at some point, you're going to need help. And if you haven't built a strong team, if you've played selfish, they're going to let you sit there and suffer. So don't be that person. When you've got it, spread it around, help other people out, because there's going to come a time that you're going to need some help, and it's going to be your alliance members that help you stand back up. So be ready. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love seeing the growth, though. Every time we mint a new level 25 or a new level 27, I freak out. That's what I like to see. We're gonna keep going. Deo's gonna be like, "Yo, I didn't know." Probably run this down to like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just go ahead and do my daily max. Why not? There we go. So yeah, I know this is probably like not the super exciting part of the video as we transport resources back and forth. But since I'm transporting resources, why don't we talk about transporting resources? Yeah. So what you want to do when transporting resources, because they're going to beat you over the head as far as fees and whatnot go, but you want to try to improve your technology that has to do with that. So let's go in and take a look. I honestly have neglected it far more than I should have, but let's see where it's at. So I think it's under Alliance. Here we go. Yeah, so the first tier right here is just on transportation for each of them. That just dictates how much you can actually transport. I meant to go in here and look because I know it's one of a couple of things, actually. I may just need to do some upgrades on my embassy. That used to be it as far as getting the transportation cost down. Let's go back and see if that's still the case. Here's my embassy. Tells you how many times you can transport and the fees. Yeah, so if I take a look, I need to upgrade my embassy. I need to get this caught up because we can drop down to something like a 20% fee as opposed to the 40% that I'm sitting at right now. So yeah, I will definitely put some work into that embassy in the near future. Let's see. We're gonna hook Daniel up, have him on his feet in no time. No worries, mate. Alright. We'll probably go ahead and claim some boxes and stuff while we're at it. Oh, wait. Why are they showing? Yeah, what the hell? That's totally breaking server rules. Where is this guy? Let's go burn him. He's at 3.62. Let me ask Icon. Icon, are you gonna burn him, or should I? Wait, girl. My food. Okay, getting some lag. Not liking that. Come on, Ebony, get your together. Got me with my ass in the wind. Come on, Ebony. Come on, Ebony. Like, okay, get it together. Big waste as I expected, but that was to enforce the server rules. Because again, we're all adults, or mostly. There's no reason to not just play by the rules. We set up rules for a reason. Don't post chords in world chat. It's an easy rule. He was even reminded. Like, bro, target your friends. You. All right. So again, that wasn't even for any other reason than just to enforce the server rules and to try to keep people playing a fair game. There's no reason to be posting chords in world chat. If you need help, ask your alliance members. But other alliances, it's not their job to come and save you because you got hit or to run people. That's not the bit. If you got a friend, whisper them. But world chat is not the place for that type of stuff. At least on server 401. Other servers may differ, and that's cool because I'm sure you'll have rules that you guys agreed to. But when it comes to being over here, just follow the rules. It's not hard. Double boss chest on an 11. That made it worth the trip. The only thing that did, because he for sure didn't have any resources. This is awesome. I love it. It comes with time, Dale. With time, Dale. Trust me.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
All right, though, y'all. I am going to take a break. I think, yeah, this has been like over an hour on this one, and I've got to go back later and chop this video up into the important segments, and I'll get those posted to the channel. But it's been great hanging out live with everybody. I'll try to do at least an hour or so live, and then I'll try to break out the important segments and get those posted just directly to the channel. So I do appreciate any likes, follows, subscriptions, all that fun stuff, even comments. This is something that's a work in progress. I'm trying to develop it, get better at it. So I appreciate it. I hope this helps some people out because I want to see some growth, especially on server 401. But if in general, if you're new to the game and on another server, try these things out that we're talking about. Amaze your friends and your co-players, and see what you can do. Cool. Good. And even too, if you're a veteran Evony player and you've got tips and tricks or hacks and you just don't know how to put them in a video and you want somebody that'll help, let me know. I'll help. I'll get it in a video for you. I'll give you a shout out, and we can totally talk about it. That's fun stuff. So, but I think it's a really fun game. I enjoy this game, and I hope everybody else does too. All right, guys. We'll see y'all